All right, guys, welcome back to our celebration of Batman here on the 85th anniversary. Of course, this is Batman Day, and we are celebrating by taking a look at all the live-action movie Batman figures released by McFarlane Toys in their DC Multiverse line. These are 7-inch figures that are highly detailed, sculpt insanely well, and tons of articulation. So today, we are looking at Ben Affleck's portrayal of Batman in the Justice League. Of course, mostly directed by Zack Snyder, but then having to be turned over to Joss Whedon at the end, who did a ton of reshoots, reimagined the film much to Zack Snyder's chagrin. But we're going to jump into this figure from the director's cut, really take a good look at all it has to offer. So let's stop talking about it. Let's jump into that figure and get this thing open. Here he is, Batman, Batfleck, whatever you want to call him, from Zack Snyder / Joss Whedon's Justice League. Just got this today, and straight away, like I said earlier, I picked these up for a project which I accelerated in order to get them all in time, to get this all done, to do this 85th Batman anniversary. The Batfleck from The Flash, unfortunately, is not going to make it to us in time. But this one I got off of eBay. He got it here. Unfortunately, he decided to pack it in a bubble mailer. Who ships collector figures in a bubble mailer? It's crushed. It's destroyed in the packaging. Fortunately for this seller, we're opening this thing anyway. So he lucks out. It's not like we're keeping this thing sealed. But come on, folks. If you're going to sell collector figures, box the damn things up. Bubble mailers and action figures don't mix. Use your noggins. Anyway, so here it is. Batfleck in that Justice League outfit. Looks like we get one accessory here, a Batarang. Not seeing any other hands or anything like that. There's that typical side with the Justice League 2021 logo. There is the back with that Ben Affleck Batman poster. It looks like this is from the apocalyptic scene in the Snyder cut at the end where Superman is out of control. At least that's the desert look we have back there. But as you can see on the cross sale at the bottom, it's all the figures in kind of that same scene that never really made it into Joss Whedon's, of course, cut of it. So very interesting. Pretty cool packaging. Enough about the package. Let's do what we do and get this thing open, shall we? All right, guys, here he is, unleashed from his plastic tomb, Ben Affleck as the Batman from the Justice League. And of course, here's our one and only accessory. We got this lovely Batarang. Can't get it to focus, of course. There you go. And here is, of course, our collector card. Again, that pose. We can already see where we have some issues, but let's look first at the card. And here is the back. If you want to pause and take a read there. And of course, this is Batman from the director's cut, so i.e. the Snyder cut. And as we look at Batman, once again, we have a rubber cape. What this one has some nice texture on the cape, as you can see. We've got some, let's check out the movement or the sculpt on this head. Well, can you guys see that? So, boom. Let's get this focused thing. So pretty good sculpt. This one looks like Ben Affleck. It's really good sculpt. You got the butt chin, dimple, all that good stuff. I noticed like his torso here wants to continue to like move the abdomen part of the suit to the right for some reason. So there's something off with the sculpt. You'll notice on the head we have the goggles. So that's the difference in this one. He's obviously in the desert, so he's wearing the goggles. There is a chase version of this figure where he has the goggles up. Don't really care for that version. The main version actually in this one is the better version. As you can see from the card, the paint is off. It's awfully more silver on the suit than what should be here on the image of the card, but still looks really good. We have a really good sculpt here. As we go around, the fins on the cowl are this rubber again, so not stiff. Same on this side. We got the same articulation. We've got those butterfly shoulders, the ball socket to make the shoulders go up and down. We have the chest. Not a lot of front movement on this one. Got more back than front. The waist. Of course, the ratchet on the legs. You can move it forward a little bit. Our knees and elbows are all double jointed. So we move down so you can see the legs. We have, on this time, we have some good like rocker on the feet. So we get a little left and right, of course, up and down, and that toe joint, which is nice to have. That doesn't come enough on toys, but all these McFarlane movie Batmans all have them, so that's pretty nice. So again, lots of good sculpt here. The paint would be nice if it was the right, little better colored correctly. It really seems like if there's a theme in any of these McFarlane toys to me, is they just don't get the paint right in most of them, and that's unfortunate. But again, this is from the Justice League. So nice to have this one in the collection. Of course, he basically comes posed like this card already. You know, we could get it closer if we wanted. If we were looking to mimic that shot. Wouldn't take much effort. But let's see if we can find something a little more exciting, shall we? All right, here we go. I thought this looked pretty cool in the... He's winding up to give that Batarang a nice big throw. And you can see we've got that nice turn on the cowl that lets us move that around. I'll give you kind of a 360-degree view here. I think that's a pretty great action pose for this figure. So, love to see this one. Necessary for the collection as we fill out these McFarlane live-action movie Batman. So we are chugging right along. We've done the Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice. We've just got Justice League. Next up, we finally have a new actor donning the bat suit. We're going emo. We're going to the Batman. Let's get some closing thoughts before we jump to that one. Thanks for joining us. All right, guys, what did you think of the Justice League Director's Cut Ben Affleck version of Batman? I think this one we have our best sculpt yet of Ben Affleck as Batman. It just looks really great. So I am pleased with the way this figure looks. It is a great addition to that collection. It's really going to add to our display of all these live-action Batman figures we've talked about today. And of course, if you've missed any of those, we've gone through the whole array of Batman films from 1966 all the way up to Justice League at this point. So if you've missed any of those, go back and check them out. We are releasing a new video every hour today in celebration of the Batman 85th anniversary. So I hope you will smash that like button. If you appreciate this series, you'll hit subscribe, ring the bell for notification, and come back in about 50 minutes to join us for the next one, because now we are going to dive into The Batman, and Robert Pattinson makes his debut as Batman. So we're going to take a look at that figure. So until then, have fun.